Welcome back, everyone. My name is Alex Anthony, and today I'm going to go through Astral Radiance in a meta game kind of way. I know everyone's been looking at the cards, and people are very familiar with it, but they just got released on PTCGO yesterday. I got myself 154 codes. I'm going to open up probably about 102, 103, 104 of them, give 50 to my cousin, something like that, and yeah, go from there. So what I wanted to do was just kind of give you all a prequel to what I feel about the meta of the cards, see how I think they will impact the way the game is currently played. You can't see them here right now because it says only show owned. I own none because I haven't opened any packs yet, so let's go show not owned and get all these Pokemon up and in here. So I haven't really looked at a lot of the Pokemon, honestly. I've been focusing like a little bit more on the trainer cards because those to me are my more interesting place. But you know what, I think we'll start with the Pokemon, then we'll go to the, actually you know what, here, let's start with the energy cards. Cool, double turbo energy. There you go. Boom, that's the only one. That's really fun. That's the only one that they get. Yeah, I think so. Yep, double turbo energy. The gold, that's it. So cool. Easy, check that off the list. And then let's get into the Pokemon, and then I will jump into the trainers to end it off. I was going to include this with my 100 plus pack opening, but I just figured that video would be really long, and I didn't want to make everyone sit through a super long video. I thought it'd be better to just break it up. So I won't go over cards that are old, like reprints, like this is a character rare, like we've already had Abomasnow, now, so I'm not going to really, and with the trainers too, you're going to see we got a few of those as well, but I'm not going to focus on those. I'm going to focus more on newer Pokemon. I haven't really seen Absol yet, so let's just start with that, see if we can find anything interesting. Swirling Disasters, attack with 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Meh. Claw Rend, if your opponent's active Pokemon already has any damage counters on it, this attack does 70 more damage. It's pretty decent for a basic 2 energy for the attack, but it's probably going to be a little lackluster. Azelf, Mind Bend, Confused, no, nothing. I'm just looking for like, see if we can find any like random broken things, but I do kind of just want to give a quick little, you know, look around because I haven't seen all the cards yet, and I haven't really seen all the attacks yet, so I'm not going to go too long because that would be a super long video, but I did want to kind of click through everything. Pokemon takes 30 less damage from your opponent's Pokemon V. Your Pokemon take 30 less damage. Oh, it's a stage 2. Anytime there's a good ability like this, it's because when I'm reading Pokemon, I'm like, all your Pokemon? The only time I ever use anything like this is my Oricorio in Fusion Strike, and it is only for Fusion Strike Pokemon. So if you had Oricorio plus this going, then you'd be taking 50 less damage from attacks from your opponents. Oh, only from Pokemon V. Okay. Yeah, it could still be pretty cool. I mean, that would be like a, you would never do that because to get this in play would just be impossible, but I can still see this being valuable even though it only applies to Pokemon V. Ooh, okay, so we got the Beedrill finally. Twin Needle, 40 times, flip 2, okay, 40 times, that's whatever. Swarming Sting, this is an interesting attack. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each of your Beedrill V in play. So the fact that you can do it to bench Pokemon is pretty sweet. So you can have a max of 200 damage because you can only have 4 Beedrill V in play. But the problem, okay, well actually I was gonna say the problem with this is the energy cost, but then I forgot we got a trainer card that you'll see later that helps us quite a bit with this. So I can see this being kind of cool. Gotta get all 4 of them though. That's gonna be a little tough, I'm not gonna lie. And then as soon as you lose 1, you're down to 150 unless you can get it back from the discard and right on the bench again. It's a really cool attack though, and it's like really awesome that it kind of encapsulates the swarming nature of bees. I don't know if you guys have ever been a swarm of bees before, but it's one of the most terrifying things ever. Look at this artwork. Oh, unbelievable. Love it. Bergmite, nope. Bishop, we got Vengeful Cut. 30 more damage for each damage counter on all of your benched Pokemon? Wait. 30 more damage for each. Wait a minute, what? That's insane. If I'm, listen, because I have my webcam in the way, so like, let me, like, pardon me, like, while I read around my webcam, this attack does 30 more damage for each. Okay, so you're starting off base 30 for 1 energy, stage 1, that's not bad. Stage 2 is tough, but stage 1 is not bad. So you got stage 1, start off with 30 for 1 energy. Okay, and then if you have 1 damage counter on your Pokemon, it does 60, and 2 it would do 90, and we have Gapejaw Bog, which, you know, spoiler alert, does 20 damage, 2 damage counters every time you bench a basic Pokemon. Or a Pokemon at all, I think. So if you just put down Gapejaw Bog and you bench like 2 Pokemon and you get 4 damage counters on, you're telling me that this is going to hit for 150 for 1 energy? That's kind of crazy. And then all you got to do is put a little more damage counters on your Pokemon and you're hitting even if you're only playing like bishops, then you aren't going to give up that much. And if you have like a single, you know, V star that can tank a lot of damage, you can really power this up. That's kind of crazy. Okay, I like that. Bronzong. Haven't we already had Bronzong? There's a new Bronzong? Okay, prevent all damage to this Pokemon by attack from your opponent's fire Pokemon. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's fire Pokemon. Weakness fire. Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, we already have another Bronzong with like another very powerful, well, a very powerful ability with its energy switching. I want to think it is. You can just switch energy between your metal Pokemon. That's interesting. Ooh, really cool character. Rare. Bronzer. Chadatsu. No. I'm just reading through this really quickly because if I can see that it's nothing really special, then I'm just going to click through it. Honey Courier. Item Greninja. Anytime you're searching for that, like that has to be an ability. It can't be. Oh, Cyndaquil. Charge energy. Search for 2 energy cards. Reveal them. Put them in your hand. Nope. Not good for a little guy. Sorry. Okay, so Wind of Darkness for 52 energy. That's kind of meh. And then 3 energy. Your opponent's active now. So, oh, well, these energy. Once again, for these Pokemon with bad energy cost, there are ways to accelerate with Dark and with Grass in this set. So, speaking of which, Dark Pulse, 30 more for each Darkness energy attached to all of your Pokemon. That could be pretty good. It could be pretty good depending on how much energy we get built up, especially, you know, using things like Arceus, you know, Trinity charged, and pile it up. Dark Patches, pile it up, we'll get there. During your turn, you may put 2 item cards from your discard pile into your hand. Speaking of which, might be a good way for them to get some of those key items back, because as far as I can tell right now, there's not a really good or easy way to get items back. Maybe like a move or two, but moves that do things like that are usually not very good because they force you to give up a prize card, essentially. Like, you do the move with a Pokemon that's usually not very strong, and then that Pokemon gets knocked out because you did the move. Dartrix, coin, nope, we're good to what? Ooh, Deenta with this ability. As long as the Pokemon's in the active spot, whenever your opponent plays support from their hand, prevent all effects done to you. Okay, so this Pokemon has to be in the active spot. That's a lot. So basically what you can do with this is, I guess the meta, or the idea that they're going for, is to do whatever you're going to do in your turn, retreat into this if you're trying to, say, protect something on the bench, and then, oh, it's only bench basic Pokemon. Okay, so say you have like a benched V, or, yeah, it's just bench V, I guess, or like non-V type Pokemon that you're worried about it getting bossed up. So this could prevent that. The fact that it's only for basic is, you know, it is the difference between making it like really cool and maybe it has some playability. That's just my amateur opinion from the get-go. Put 2 damage counters on one of your Pokemon. Nope. Not good enough. Eevee, once on your turn, play a Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your other. When you play, you may search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon. Wait. Once, during your turn, when you play a Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your other Eevee, you may search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon. So essentially, they're saying if you evolve one Eevee, you can search your deck for another evolution. Interesting, I guess. Maybe that could be an easier way to get like that Jolteon with the memory capsule in play. It's the only thing that I can think of as a default why this would be cool, but then you have to have 2 Eevees in play. So 2 Jolteon with memory capsules? You know, like, in case they boss up one. I don't know, that could be kind of cool. Phalanx, I think this is going to be a reprint card. A lot of the character rares are going to be reprint cards. Yep, reprint. Okay, Galarian, oh no, reprint, sorry. Yeah, oh wow, all these characters are super cool though. Wait. We have a new Fusion Strike Pokemon? We have a new Fusion Strike Pokemon? In Astral Radiance? Wait, it's Fusion Strike and it's Water type? We have only had Ice Cube as Fusion Strike Water type, because there's a couple of cards that are for Water type that I was like, oh, that wouldn't work very well. Let me read this. I'm excited now. My Mew senses have perked up now. Search your deck for up to 3 item cards, reveal them and put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Okay. See, now we could be talking. Search your deck for up to 3 item cards. That's kind of crazy. I'm thinking 2 cross receivers and a power tablet. Or a choice belt for start. And the thing is, like, before when I was saying, you know, sometimes if you use it just to search something, it's going to get knocked out, but this is a V. And it can use Oricorio. Or I could put like a Big Charm or something on it too. Customized Cane. If this Pokemon has a Pokemon tool attached, this attack does 90 more damage. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay. Is this going to potentially help me breathe some new life into the dying Mew VMAX? Oh, I hope so, man. Mew VMAX is my first love in standard Pokemon. I know a lot of people hate it, but it was my very first deck, so I will always love it. And I didn't think we were getting any more Fusion Strike Pokemon. I'm excited now. Now I'm happy. Whew, before I was like, you know, just kind of, alright, cool. Because I did feel Mew VMAX slipping away, and that does make me very sad, honestly. Because I really do enjoy playing the deck, although I know that a lot of people don't, and this and that, so. But for me, this is really great. Galarian Obstagoon, okay. This is a really cool character rare. When you play a Pokemon from your hand to evolve, this is a 3 damage counter Pokemon. I like that, but it's just a little hard to get it in play. A character rare of the Zapdos. That's so funny. Look at how mad she is. Sonya, right? That is so funny. Rotom Bike. That's awesome. What a great artwork. This, I know some people were like, I don't know about Astral Radiance, but I do, and this is great. I love this set so far. It just looks gorgeous. So, alright, Glade, stage 2 is going to be tough, but once during your turn, you may search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Don't you have this already? And, like, I think it's like, I want to say Altaria? I want to say Altaria, and that's only a stage 1, I think, so, not a fan. Ooh, Garchomp V. I love the dragon types. I just like dragon, no weakness, no resistance. I think it's just cool. It's basic, it's fair. You don't have to worry about anything, and that's why Mew VMAX has fallen off, because there's a lot of darkness going around. So, Dragon Claw, 120, okay, and then Sonic Strike. This card 3 energy from this Pokemon. Attack does 220 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Is there any way to get a lot of energy of this type of? Oh, you know what? There is. Okay, we'll get to it in the trainers. Every time I see some ridiculous energy cost, I'm like, why? What's going on? But there is. I think. I'm not sure if it's just for fighting type, but we will see. Garchomp V, full art. Oh my god, what great artwork! The Cynthia. I didn't know if we were gonna get this one. I don't think anyone knew really. So it's really awesome to see this in the set. I actually never looked at the full set list. So this is the first time I'm seeing all of this. Glaceon. Okay, Frostwall during opponent's next turn. Wait, what? During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from evolution Pokemon. That could be pretty decent. Some decks that can just wall you out. Some decks only attack with evolution Pokemon. Yeah, no, we're good. Golduck. Discard each player active Pokemon. Wait. Discard each player's active Pokemon and all attached cards? Discard each player. That's kind of crazy. This is like a escape rope, but instead of going to the bench, you go to the discard. That's kind of bonkers. This is a really cool way to get around, say, like a VMAX that you just don't want to KO. You're like, well, let's just take this out of play instead. So that could be really disruptive in a lot of decks. That's a very interesting card. Very interesting indeed. And then you can always, and then since you're kind of switching out like a U-turn type attack, you can then bring up into the active something, you know, big and bulky that's probably not going to get KO'd. I like it. I like it a lot. Heatran V, you got Heat Burn, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. Magma Fall, if you have a Stadium in play, attack does 90 more damage. That's so funny because as soon as I saw Heatran V, I was like, oh yeah, Fire Pokemon they got a lot of support in the last set of Brilliant Stars, but they didn't get, you know, a ton of play, which was weird. So when I saw this, I was like, it just immediately reminded me of Magma Basin. And then when I saw the Stadium play with Magma Fall, it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of what they're going for. So I love it, you know, help you accelerate the energy and this and that. So very cool. Is there a V Max / Star? I don't know, actually. We'll see. Ooh, there is a V Max. Cool. Heatran V Max. So we haven't gotten a lot of new V Max lately. Once during your turn, if you, once again, Stadium play, you may heal 50 damage from this Pokemon. Okay, there's not a lot of healing abilities out there that I've seen. Max Heat Burst. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. For only 3 energy, because it's firing, because you're going to be probably playing that, you know, Magma Base and all that, it's going to be kind of cool. It's going to be kind of cool. Weak to water, of course. Alright. Heracross. Beautiful card with the artwork. Hisui. Region. This tech also does 30 damage to one of your bench Pokemon. Meh, I don't like those attacks. Hippopotas. Hippodon. Sand Breath. Discard 200 Pokemon. It's actually not horrible, because 2 energy I think could be considered 1 double turbo energy, or if since you're playing stage 1, if you only played stage 1, you could use just a twin energy. That way you wouldn't have to deal with the $20, the 20 damage nerf. Hisuian Arcanine, Scorching Horn, 80 plus. If this Pokemon has any fire energy attached, this does 80 more damage and your opponent does not burn. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I can see with the item cards that help us get the fighting energy on. This could be interesting in a fighting fire type deck. It's kind of, you know, could be cool. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. Hisuian Avalugg. If a stadium is in play, this attack does 120 more damage, and it's got 140 HP. Stage 1. That's a bulky Pokemon you got there. That's doing 220. And it takes 30 less damage, so effectively it has 170. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. You know, you can power this up with, like, say, you get 1 energy attached when it's a Bergmite, and then all you need is a Melanie and the double turbo energy, or once again the twin energy since it's not a Pokemon V. That's pretty... This deck, or I'm sorry, this set seems to have a lot of stage 1 Pokemon that could be kind of decent, so maybe the single prizers are going to make a return. I would love to see some cool single prizer decks. Since I've been in it, you know, there haven't, every time a single prize deck kind of makes the waves, it's usually only like 1 deck at a time. It'll be like, you know, Dark Box Hoopa with Baby Moltres, or it'll be, you know, Rapid Strike Malamar, but I'd be down to see a couple more. So we got Hisuian Basket Legion, Grudge Dive. A lot of words is usually a good attack from your Pokemon knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon last turn. The attack does 90 more. That's a lot of, like, it's a big stipulation. 1 energy, this, that, meh, that's okay. I was hoping it'd be a little better. Ooh, Gather the Crew is no color, or I'm sorry, no energy attack. I like that. Switch your deck for 2 base Pokemon, put them on your bench, shuffle your deck. You would never, I can't see you like playing it just for the sake of playing it, but it's cool if once it's out there. But once again, love the artwork. Oh my god, love the artwork. Hisuian Braviary, once again, whew, with the temple and everything, right? Is that the temple in the back? I forget. Ooh, another one, Psywave, so no energy attack. This attack does 30 damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. I don't really like that attack usually, because I don't feel like a lot of Pokemon these days have, like, you know, anything reasonable built up. Like, you're gonna have like 2-3 energy at the most, so you're hitting for 90, whatever. Slashing Strike, 120 next turn, Pokemon can't use Slashing Strike, whatever. Cool card, cool artwork, but bad attacks, I would say. Piercing Claw, another colorless. Seems like a lot of the Hisuians so far, and I don't want to say every one of them, but a lot of the Hisuians have a colorless attack. That's really great. This attack does 30 more damage for each damage counter your opponent's active Pokemon. Now that one could be cool. It might be a little hard to get into play, stage 2, but that's, I mean, for colorless, that's pretty, I mean, sorry, for colorless. For no energy, that's pretty sweet. 30 for each. Yeah, because, I mean, if they have, you could boss up something, you know, you could boss up something that's got 100 on it, and now you're doing 300 damage. So that's gonna be that's gonna be 400 total. Nothing's gonna survive that. I like it. I like it. Now we got the Hisuian Decidueye V. So your deck for up to 2 cards. Put them in your hand, then shuffle 2 cards. Hisuian Decidueye V's 1 energy attack is Arceus V-Star Starbirth power. That's pretty crazy. So you get to, and then once again, like with the Galarian Mr. Rhyme, I want to say it was, you have like a bit more of a tank. You have like a 220 HP Pokemon, so if you do this, you're not necessarily going to get KO'd just for doing this. And then you also have Close Quarter Shooting 100. This attack's damage isn't affected by effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So things like, you know, block all damage, this or that, this is going to go right through it, I believe. Mountain Hunt, that could be pretty good. Could be pretty good. So the V-Star, let's see what we got here. 160 plus for 2 colorless and a fighting. You may discard with 3 energy cards from your hand. This deck does 30 more damage for each card you discard this way, so you can do up to 250. Okay, that's I don't love it. During your turn, during your turn you draw cards until you have 8 cards in your hand. That doesn't seem very good. But compared to like all the V-Star powers we've seen, that seems pretty lackluster. Once during your turn, so I guess what they're saying with this, I mean, the only way to really make this busted is to use like a professor's research, and then you get to go through like 15 cards maybe, but I don't know. I think that's a little... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is like the difference maker. So... And that will help you build up to get this one attack off, but I don't love that attack personally. That you discard 3 energy cards from your hand every time you do it. Don't love it. Maybe I'm just wrong though. Wait a minute. Hisuian Electrode has a hole in the bottom? It was a guy go to the bathroom or something? That's funny. I don't think regular Electrode's got the hole at the bottom. Triple draw 3 cards. Meh. Defensive posture. Flip a coin if heads during next turn. Meh. Hisuian Lilligant. Ooh, 20 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Switch this with one of your bench Pokemon. Not terrible, just not enough though. It's another thing where you'd have to like kind of keep hitting and then switching, hitting and switching with a U-turn attack. This is almost like a yoga loop kind of thing where you're doing 20 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Notice it's not damage counters, so things that block damage will block this. Don't love it. Don't love it. So Lilligant V we've seen. Draw cards until you have 6 in your hand. Ugh, not great for an attack. Good for an ability, not great for an attack. Leaf Step 130, meh. Let's see what we got for the V-Star. Great artwork, but let's see what we got for the V-Star. You may put an energy attack. Oh yeah, I've seen this one. You can put into your Pokemon, into your hand. If you do this attack, does 100 more damage. So that's kind of cool. 230 with a 1 little... Now I like that. It's just 1 damage and it's recycling. Boom, boom, boom. So you're doing 230 in a way easier and consistent way than like discarding those 3 energy like with the Decidueye. During your turn, you may use your deck up to 5 in any combination. Grass Pokemon and Grass Energy. Reveal and put them in your hand. Shuffle your deck. I feel like this card is entirely better than Decidueye. So that was a little... It's unfortunate to see Decidueye being a little lackluster. Hisuian Overquill. Your opponent's active Pokemon now poison during your checkup. 5 damage counters on that Pokemon instead of 1. That's a pretty good poison. There's a couple of moves in this set that work better if your opponent's active Pokemon has like a status condition on it. So I'm not sure if there'll be any good ways to like get that to stick. But cool artwork. Cool card. A different Overquill. Interesting. Dirty Press. If you have at least 3 Darkness Energy in play, this attack does 90 more damage. Not bad. 120. I've seen worse. Yeah, that's Q. Okay, so 2 of them get 2 different artworks. Flip a coin to get tails, 10 damage for each heads, infinite damage potential. Woo! Hisuian Samura, you may discard a card from your hand in order to use its ability. Once you're in your turn, you may draw 3 cards. That's pretty good. I mean, stage 2, unfortunately, but that's kind of like the Radiant Greninja that we got with, discard an energy card, draw 2. This is a little better in my opinion. You can discard any card and you can draw 3, so, but stage 2. That does 20 more damage for each energy attached to all your Pokemon. Meh. Okay, so the V now, though. Basket Crash. Discard up to 2 Pokemon tools from your opponent's Pokemon. That is not that good. Shadow Slash. Discard an energy from this Pokemon for 3. It's not terrible for 180. 180 is a pretty big number for a Pokemon V. So let's see what the V star is. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has any damage counters on it, this attack does 110 more damage. So 220 total. Plus, if it had 10 damage, it would do. You'd be at 230 now. That's not bad. Okay, now, let's see. During your turn, you may put 4 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Interesting. Okay, so clearly they're looking for you to do this to the active that you're about to hit. I would say that's kind of what they're looking for. During your turn, you may put 4 damage counters on one of your... Damn, that's like not that great for a V-Star. I mean, Quick Shooting Inteleon is 2. So getting 2 Quick Shooting Inteleons up, you're telling me that's as good as getting like a V-Star power? I don't know about them apples. I think that's a lot to ask for when you have things like Arceus. You can search any 2 cards from your deck. Only 4 damage counters. I don't know. Hisuian Sneasel. Hisuian Sneasler. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, your active Pokemon retrieve cost is 2 colorless less. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. Like by virtue of just having this on the bench, you could have a lot of Pokemon be a floater. Like just coming in and out. No retreat cost at all. I like that a lot actually. That'd be pretty cool to have just like a little supporter. Tough to get on the bench though. Ooh, these are V. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Oh, I did know that this was a V because of the alternate art. Attack does 80 damage if for each special condition affecting your opponent's active Pokemon. That's what I was thinking before. Great alter art though. Alright, so Hisuian Typhlosion. My favorite starter. You must discard a Psychic Energy card from your hand in order to use its ability. Once during your turn, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon burned and confused. Okay. Now I'm getting what you're getting at. So there's how you get your 160. That's kind of cool. Burned and confused. That's basically forcing them to switch out next turn. Like, doesn't matter what, they have to switch. That's pretty great. I mean, I say that, and then it's like, you know, during your opponent's next turn, depending on what can't retreat, you know, switch cards, bro. Switch cards exist. So, I wish this would turn off switch cards. Like, that's why the one thing that I don't really love about Pokemon is they say things like this, and then it's like, unless you got a trainer card, but that's not what it says. It says during your opponent, it can't retreat. So switching is not a retreat. That's why, because it's a switch. It's not a retreat. Retreat is only when you use the energy to retreat. I haven't seen any cards, because I've seen things like this before where you can't retreat. I haven't seen anything where it says you can't take them out of the active. I would really like a lock, like an active lock, where it's like you left that in the active and it's going to be in the active for at least another turn because we just did whatever you call it. It's always retreat, and there's always a way around retreat. Ooh, the V. It's weird. I have this card in Japanese and I actually haven't looked up to see what it does yet, so it's really funny. Singe, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. For an attack? For an ability, yes, but for an attack, come on now. Petrifying Flare. Choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffles it into their deck. Mediocre. See the V-Star, put 3 damage cards on your opponent's bench Pokemon any way you like. Now, this V-Star power, I am a little intrigued by. If your opponent's active Pokemon has exactly 4 damage counters on it, that Pokemon is knocked out. You cannot use more than 1 V-Star power per game. So, how are we going to get that? I'm thinking the easiest way would probably be get a Quick Shooting Inteleon in play. Easier said than done, I know, but if you can get that, then just all you need from that point is 1 Zigzagoon and 1 Scoop Up Nut. And then it may be a nice, tricky little way to do it, because people are going to see the Quick Shooting Inteleon, but then if you put the Zigzagoon down, and then the Scoop Up Nut, and then, of course, it has to be in the active or you have to boss it, but that could be kind of cool. You know, take out a V max by only putting 4 damage counters on it. This has a bit of a persisting vibe to it, in my opinion, where the condition to get this automatic KO doesn't seem that unreasonable. Hisuian Typhlosion, one of my favorite Pokemon in this set, if not my favorite, and the fact that it's Psychic type, which is my favorite type, is some good stuff. So I'm very happy with this. If Mew V Max doesn't work out, even though I know one reason why it wouldn't work out is because Darkness is running around. I may try this despite Darkness still running around. I really like the ability. I think it's very cool, and the attack isn't that bad either. So damage is a little low, and the HP is a little low, but you know, let's see if we can make it work. Voltorb, Cheerful Charge. You can use attack only if you go second, and only during your first turn. Just like the there's an item card like that. Choose 2 of your bench Pokemon for each of those Pokemon. Search your deck for a basic energy card and attach to that Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Choose 2 of your benched Pokemon. Okay, basic energy. That's not terrible. That's not the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I could even see, like, and this might sound crazy, just like throw this in my Mew V Max. You know, if I get it, you can only stack if you go. Oh, if you only go second during your first turn. Yeah, that's the part that makes it meh. But if it didn't have that, then I could see myself using it just to get a quick little charge if you needed it. But yeah. Hoot. Basic energy attached to your benched Pokemon can't be discarded by an effect of your opponent's items or supporter cards, like Crushing Hammer, Flannery, which I know nobody uses. I feel like I'm the only person I've ever seen use Flannery, but I like that card. Oh, I do like this Hoot. I didn't see that the person had a Pokeball beaded necklace. I have a Pokeball beaded necklace. Actually, I'm gonna go get my Pokeball beaded necklace to show you guys. I'm sure I've mentioned that I make jewelry, you know, bracelets, stuff, necklaces, and one day I decided to make a beaded Pokeball necklace. This is the Pokeball Plus that would come with Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, and it's got the Mew in it still from the beginning. I never actually took it out, and yeah, I just thought this would be a cool necklace because, I don't know, I wasn't really using it for anything else. I wasn't using it for the game or anything, so yeah. Now we both got a Pokeball necklace, Mr. Hoot Hoot Man. Alright, I'm gonna wear my Pokeball too. You made me want to put my Pokeball on. Cool, very cool artwork indeed. Ice Rider, Calyrex V. Oh, okay, character. I was like, where's that beanie? My camera's blocking it. Cool. This is, yeah, I was like, we've had, these are the same Calyrex. Ooh, they've got the gold now. I like these, like they did the Urshifu. Oh no, that means I'm gonna be jealous. That means that the Shadow Rider might, if it's in there, that means it'll be the first purple one. I was hoping that we would get Mew first. There's a Japanese Mew VMAX that's purple and gold like that. When we got Jirachi V, which is really cool. I didn't know we were going to get a Jirachi V. When one of your basic Pokemon V is knocked out by damage from an attack from an opponent Pokemon, you may move a basic energy from that Pokemon to another one. Basic though. Okay. It's not terrible. But the fact that it's off of a basic is meh. Then if no strike, both active or now sleep, meh. Keldeo. Okay. Kingdra? We've already had Kingdra, right? When your opponent is knocked out, you may move any amount of energy from the Pokemon to this Pokemon. I think we had this. Okay, ooh, Cleavor. This does 30 more damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Okay. I feel like we just saw that. We don't really need more of those attacks. That's fine. Cleavor V. Cut, and then exile, discard energy from his Pokemon. If you do, discard energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. That could be cool. Little disruption, especially if you're discarding, say, a Fusion Strike or a Double Turbo Energy. Cleavor V Star. This attack also does 60 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Okay. Oh, Pokemon V. Excuse me, Pokemon V. And then for the power, Rampaging Star, 30x damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile. 1 energy is nice. Okay, get 10, 12 in there. I could see that being an easy 360. I could see that hitting, for sure. Yeah, I like it. Getting Pokemon in the discard is not that hard. You know, it's going to happen naturally throughout the game anyway. Or if the deck is built that way, you can just Ultra Ball away a couple Pokemon here, Professor's Research a few there, and you know, you're going to get up there pretty quick, I would say. And at least, you know, at the most, 3-4 turns. Kricketot. See what this Kricketune does. Your grass Pokemon in play, except any Kricketune, get plus 40 HP. You can't use one swelling ability at a time. That's pretty good. There's an Abomasnow. I think we actually saw it in the beginning here, which gives your single strike Pokemon plus 50 HP. So if there's single strike plus grass, I don't know if there's anything single strike plus grass aside from the Abomasnow itself. So it would give it plus 90. That's kind of crazy though. Love to see it. Leaf, you answer to deck for 3 basic energy cards of different types attached to Pokemon. Your Pokemon in any way you like, then shuffle your deck. That could be interesting. There's a few decks that I've seen that I would consider playing more than one basic type of energy, like up to 3. But that could be interesting. Stage 1, okay. Stage 2 is just asking too much, but for Stage 1, we can do that. We can work with that. During your next tap, you can't attack. That's whatever. Lucario V, another Lucario V. Isn't this like the 3rd Lucario V we've had? Didn't we get one in Champion's Path? And then Brilliant Stars? Now we have another Lucario V? Okay. Of all Pokemon, we need another Lucario V? Crushing Punch, discard all... A special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay, sure, whatever. Cyclone Kick, 120. That's lackluster. Luxray V. I forgot we're getting Luxray V. Fang Snipe. Your opponent reveals their hand. Discard a trainer you find there. It's kind of like Malamar has a attack like that. And then for 2 Lightning, 1 Colorless. Radiating Pulse, 120 damage. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. Your opponent is not paralyzed. Meh. Machamp V. If your benched Pokemon have any damage counters on them, this deck does 50 more damage. Meh, that's like really low damage for a Machamp, you would think, but okay. Great artwork for the Machamp. I mean, how can you not love this? Machamp V Max, if your bench Pokemon has any damage counters, it does 140. Getting there. 330 HP is really nice, I like that. 3 Retreat is not, but G-Max Chi Strike. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't use G-Max Chi Strike. For 240, it's really not bad. It's not bad. 240, 2 fighting, 1 colorless. You can switch out of that, and you know that's an effect. So if you switch and then retreat, or retreat and then switch, I should say. No, switch and then retreat what you switched into back into Machamp, then that will go away. So you could use it 2 times in a row. If you put a Choice Belt on here, you're hitting for 270, 2 turns in a row. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Magnemite, Magneton, Magnezone. What do we got here for an ability? Once you're during your turn, you make the top 6 cards here. Attach any number of metal energy cards you find to Pokemon any way you like. That's not horrible. If you got a couple of those in play, that could definitely help you with the well, we haven't gotten to this. I was like, where's the Dialga? But I realized it's not Dialga, it's Origin Form Dialga, but it could help you with that card that's coming up. We will see it shortly, I'm sure, because we're in the M's now. Mimswan. Blizzard, Dentam for each of your Pokemon. That's kind of cool for the first attack. Iceberg Press, 170. Discard an energy from this Pokemon during your opponent's next attack. Defending can attack. Meh, that's okay. Too many energy for that attack to get through. Mantine, Born Ashore. Put a basic Pokemon from your discard onto the bench. Okay, so it's an Echoing Horn, essentially. Aqua Edge, meh. Mesprit. Let's see what we got. If you have... Ooh, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. If you have Uxie and Azelf in play, your Pokemon have no weakness. It's a great ability, but let me rephrase. It's a great effect. Great effect. But the cost is very high. That's a lot to ask for. So, Mightyena, if your opponent has any Pokemon V Max in play, this Pokemon attacks cost 3 colorless less. Okay, so you can attack for just 160, that's fine, whatever. Meh. Miltank. Prevent all damage done from opponent's Pokemon V, what? How would I beat that? You know, if I'm playing like Mew. Oh, okay, I have Meloetta. I have Meloetta in Mew VMAX, but some decks are going to be kind of crushed by this. Ooh, dang. That's no bueno for them. That could be a pretty stompy blockage type card. Like, if you have that in play and all you're attacking with your Pokemon V, you could just lose to a basic little whatever. You know, this deck does 20 more damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Like, you're just going to be hitting for like 100 at a time, basically. So if you... then that might be all it takes. It might be all it takes. Miss Drivius. Miss Magius. Oh, I definitely called this Hatterene in like another video, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Your opponent reveals their hand. If they have 4 or more cards in their hand, choose all but 3, and your opponent shuffles those cards in their deck. Huh. That's like pretty disruptive. I like that. Your opponent's Pokemon is now confused. I don't like that. But this first attack is very disruptive. It reminds me a lot of that. Well, we're going to get a trainer card that makes you shuffle cards, deck this, that. We'll get there, but similar energy. Nickets, meh. Noctowl, cool. Silent Wing. Your opponent reveals a hand, meh. Air Slash, discard, meh. Ooh, Rangaroo V, backward. Once during your turn, Pokemon is in the active spot. You may search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon tool cards, reveal them, put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Yeah, meh. Psychic, 30 plus. The attack does 50 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent Pokemon. It can be 2 retreat, so you have to switch this out. That's in the active just for that searching ability. Origin Form Dialga V. And now we're talking. Attach up to 2 metal energy cards from your discard pile to this Pokemon. That could be big. It's basically a metal saucer. Temporal Rupture. Hopefully you don't need to use that attack. If you do, you're probably hurting. But what we're really going to try and get into... Oh my god, I need this card so bad. I need to pull this card, or to just wait a long time and get it at a good price for singles. But this is probably like my chase card of 2022 so far. Like, you know, for English cards that have released, this is the one. This is what I want. So, really beautiful card. And then the V-Star, Origin Form Dialga. So, this attack does 40 more damage for each metal energy attached to this Pokemon. Not bad. But what I'm really here for is this attack right here, this Star Chronos. 220, take another turn after this one. Skip Pokemon Checkup. You can't use more than 1 V-Star power in a game. So, if you were, say, to get this, you know, attach up to 2 on here, then that would be colorless, and you get 2. That'd be up to 3, and it needs 2 more metal. And there's a lot of ways to get metal on there. So, I think this card's going to see some play. When I first saw it, I'm like, how are you going to get the 5 energy in play? But between Arceus can power one of them up, Metal Saucer, Bronzong, this and that. Not the Bronzong we saw here, but the other one with the metal switching ability, metal energy. I could see this getting some play. Really love the artwork. Love the V-Star artwork. Just, it's the best of both worlds. It's like the V-Max, and it almost has a beautiful, like, some older kind of style Pokemon cards, like the EX or this or that, but really beautiful cards. And I think that this 220 plus take another turn, because if you get this powered up, so we're talking about 5 energy, you're automatically going to be hitting for 240 next turn. So that's just bonkers. That's just absolutely nuts. And say you have something like Quick Shooting Inteleon on the bench, or 2, That's going to be, if you have even just one, you're going to quick shoot, then you can hit, and then you can quick shoot again, and then hit again. You're going to be putting out like 500 damage in essentially, you know, one turn. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Like, this is the only V-Star power I've seen that I'm like, that could rival Arceus V-Star power. Like, this is very, very awesome. So, Origin Form Palkia V, search your deck for a Stadium, reveal, put in your hand, shuffle your deck. Meh. Hydro Break. During turn, this Pokemon can attack. 200 damage is a lot of damage, so I do like that attack. I do like, so let's see what this V-Star is looking like. This attack does 20 more damage for each benched Pokemon. What is with all of these Rondo attacks? Blizzard Rondo, Lightning Rondo, Subspace Rondo. Okay, so like, these are all like the same things as the dogs have, you know? Suicune, Entei, and Raikou. I don't... Think of different attack Pokemon, think of something unique. Like, we've already seen like 3 or 4 Pokemon in this set right now that have this exact same style attack. Star Portal. During your turn, you may attach up to 3 water energy cards from your discard pile to your water Pokemon in any way you'd like. Damn, that can be pretty cool. That can be very cool. I'm trying to think, I know there's a few water Pokemon like Lapras, and I forget what else. I want to say like... I forget exactly what else, but they power up, you know, like, very similar, like, you know, more energy, more damage they do. So this could be pretty good. And I mean, this is still a decent attack. I'm just like, you know, a little, for each bench Pokemon. Yeah, it's just a better version of, you know, Suicune and all them attacks, because, you know, more damage. So, yeah, cool, very cool. Pawniard. Petalil, +1. Okay. Anything else interesting in the Pokemon? I know this video's gone pretty long already. Ooh, yes there is. Radiant Greninja. You may discard an energy card from your hand in order to use his ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 2 cards. Moonlight Shuriken. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. Attack does 90 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. I like that attack. I do like that attack. You can't have more than 1 Radiant Pokemon in your deck, and this is a rule box, meaning Path to the Peak would shut off this ability. So, very cool. We have our very first single prize Pokemon with a rule box in the Sword and Shield era. So, that's very, very cool. And the card is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Radiant Hawlucha. As long as the Pokemon is on your bench, your Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon V Max. Such a weird and borderline useless ability to be bringing out in Astral Radiance. Why not say active Pokemon V? That would be so much better. I guess because then it would be like too good. Why not say V Star then? I mean, no one's using the V Max no more. And I mean, I'm not complaining because I play Mew V Max, but I'm just saying I'm one of the few V Maxes that are out there, and then you're gonna make your thing weak to Psychic, so you can just get destroyed, you know, by a single Fusion Energy Melodious Echo. Like, yeah, whatever. I think this is a pretty lackluster Radiant Pokemon overall, honestly. Now, this Radiant Heatran, I think this could be pretty sweet. Honestly, I think this is going to be my personal favorite Radiant Pokemon. 70 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. 70? So if you get 10 damage counters, you do 700 like, what? What? You get 100 damage on this thing and you're doing 700? Like, is that even legal? Can you even do that in Pokemon? Will someone show up to my house and arrest me for that? I can't, like, when I first saw this card, shout out Cousin Aiden if you're watching this right now, you know, we were watching, I forget who was streaming, like one of the big streamers, like Unlisted Leaf or this or that or whatever, and they put this card on the screen, and it's like, he's like, yeah, it does 70 for each damage counter. I'm like, there's no way, like, that's just too busted. That's too busted. Especially when you have things like Magma Basin, where by just virtue of, it's going to give you the energy accelerant for the fire, and you can put a Twin Energy or a Double Turbo Energy on here, and you could be hitting straight out the gate for 140, 120 if you have the double turbo one, and then there's gonna be other ways to put damage on. You could also, I'm trying to think, say you, instead of using that to power it up, say you had that and you switched it for like a what is it, Old Cemetery, put one more energy on, and it's going to be it's going to bring you up to I think 5 damage counters. So already we're hitting for 350. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. You could get that all in one turn. If you had Magma Basin already on the board, you could Magma Basin onto here. That's going to put the 2 damage counters on here. Then if you bump the Magma Basin with the Old Cemetery, then attach energy from your hand, you're gonna get the 5 damage counter straight out the gate. Like, that's just crazy. So I know it's a hell of a combo, but this is a basic Pokemon. It does have 160 HP. So I think that Radiant Heatran will actually be one of the saucier Radiants, because the Greninja would be the second best. I really do like the attack, discard 2, and then you energy, and then you can do 2 Pokemon, because if you just do that, and sure, if it gets knocked out, bring it back, you know, use like Clara or Ordinary Rod or something to get it back. You know, just do it again, and now you've hit 2 things for 180. Like, that's enough to knock out 2 Pokemon V. You could be taking 4 prizes with this if you hit twice in the right way. So very cool, very cool. Also, this Haldouche only has 90 HP. Ugh. Pretty, I mean, it's a beautiful card, and that's about all it's got going for it right now. So we got the rolls. I'm not sure if we're gonna have too much else left in here. I feel like we saw a lot of the sauce. Regice, Regidrago. Yeah, I'm gonna go through all the Regis. There's a shout out to AriaQuinnPlays. I know that she was really interested in playing the Regidecks. So you find, like, just saying my shout outs reminds me to, you know, mention everything we got going on right now. If folks like Pokemon cards, I assume you do if you made it this far. We're giving away over a booster box worth of packs, free physical, you know, packs, through free card giveaway 17, 18, and on Discord. That's sponsored by KittenCatAubrey and KittenCatAubreySales. Our amazing friends over on YouTube and TCG Player, go check them out. They are so generous. Thank you again so much, folks, for supporting the giveaways. Really can't thank you enough. Love you all so much. And yeah, so I'll save the rest of my shoutouts for later. I just want to make sure that you guys knew that we were giving away all that stuff right now. A little rough. I don't think there'll be too much more to the video anyway. There's a couple more cards. Scyther, Flip Coin, there's Cadillac V. Gorgeous artwork, my god. But not really what I'm looking for right now, because we've already had these cards, so I'm not gonna... Oh, there's the purple. Yeah, there is a, like I said before, Mew VMAX has the same color scheme that I really want to come to English, and I don't know if we're gonna get it, so I guess this will be a nice consolation prize for the time being. It is really cool to see the purple finally in an English card. Shaman, go second during your first turn, search for 3 cards from your hand. And that's the Astral Radiance attack. There's 3 of those things that do this. We will get to the last one. Shieldon, Stantler, love it. Starmie V, Swift. Oh, I think that the Starmie V has been noted as a decent card attack. That's 50 more damage for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. That's not bad, not bad. You know, 5 energy, 250. And I think Double Turbo does count for 2. Sudowoodo, if Pokemon has any damage counters on it, it has no retreat cost. Meh. Also, while we're here, real quick, if you folks are looking for more Pokemon content, once you're done watching this video and you've done watch every other video on my channel, we have the PokeFriends, who make some awesome stuff. Just getting into the game, Epic Eric, he's making some shorts, got some really awesome content, some really cool hits already so far in Astral Radiance, so go check him out. AJ Cards. Congrats, AJ. I saw you got over 400 subs, my man. That is awesome. So very big congrats to you. Go check AJ out for Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Super, all the good stuff. Ozzy over at Oscorp. He just hit 100. Now he's over 150. He'll be at 200 before you know it. My man Ozzy rips packs like no one's business, and he's finally getting the recognition he deserves. So I'm very proud of you, my man. Congrats on all that recent success. Mentioned it before, but shout out to Aria and the whole family at AriaQuinnPlays. Excellent people. They just did their first live stream, so good job on that, folks. I'm gonna catch out the VOD once I'm editing this later. And yeah, they've been doing excellent stuff as well. Like, they started off at 10 people, they're about to hit 100, so the growth has been awesome for them as well. So congrats, guys. You are very well deserving of it. And Tim and Nathan over at Pokemon Father and Son. Hope you're feeling better, Tim. I know you're a little scratchy in the throat on that last video you guys did, but Nathan was a laugh joy as always. He's so funny, and I just love watching you guys. So everyone go check out Tim and Nathan. They make amazing stuff. They do a lot of people we've mentioned so far do giveaways and this and that, so go check out all their content, folks. Everyone up here is doing some really awesome stuff. That's why they're part of the PokeFriends. You know, if you wanted to join, let me know. We can always add more shoutouts, this and that, but I just wanted to give credit where credit is due. There's a lot of really great work being done out there by all of our friends. The Evil, if your opponent has 2 or fewer prize cards remaining, whenever your opponent plays a supporter card from your hand, prevent all effects done to your bench Pokemon V. That is such a specific thing. And on stage 1, it's okay. Togekiss. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may heal 90 damage from your active Pokemon. Yeah, if this wasn't a stage 2, this would be really cool. Like from just a stage 1, that'd be really nice, because then if you had to, say we went straight from Togepi to Togekiss, you know, you could go Togepi, Togekiss, scoop up that Togepi, Togekiss, you could heal 180 straight out the gate. Whereas now with Togetic in between, you need that in between, and that's gonna be a little much. So cool ability, but just a little hard to get off. Togepi! When you place Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may heal 10 damage from your active Pokemon. I've always loved Togepi, such a cute Pokemon. Togetic. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve, so they're all the same thing. That's why just slightly less varied. Man, these Pokemon are adorable. Look at them. Look at this adorable Ursaluna. Oh, from Ursa Ring. That's what it evolves from. Okay, I get it now. I get it. That's cool that Ursa Ring. So Ursa Ring is a Gen 2 Pokemon. That's a Stage 1. That's finally getting a Stage 2. That's really cool. Like, good for you, Ursaluna. I thought that I bet they did this because they brought along Urshifus, and Urshifu kind of overshadowed the Ursaluna in like the big bear Pokemon. So they need to give my Ursaluna Ursa Ring some love. That's awesome. Love it, love it. Put 2 discard in your hand. 2 cards. Any 2 cards? Pretty good. Like 2 Fusion Strike 2 Fusion Strike energy. I like that. 2 power tablets, 2 cross switchers. My mind always jumps to Mewtwo Max. Always jumps to Mewtwo Max. Stage 2 though, I don't know how to get in play. Ursa Ring, continuous slap, flip until you get tails. I love the infinite potential attacks. Uxie. So deck for a card and put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. That's a nice little half of a V-Star power from the Arceus there. That's really cool. Honey Rush, reveal the number of sweet honey cards from your hand. Attack does 60 damage for each card you reveal this way. No bueno. No bueno. Virizion V. Each of your Pokemon that has grass energy attached recovers from all special conditions, can't be affected by any special conditions. Meh. That's fine. I guess maybe if like the special conditions start becoming a huge thing, because we saw like a couple things like the Typhlosion and there's a few others that do it, but meh. During next turn, Pokemon can attack. That's fine. 200 is a good attack. 200 HP and 200 attack is kind of rare, but that's pretty cool. Whiskash? Okay. Interesting Pokemon name. Love the artwork though. I like to see that they're continuing with that style. I gotta check and see if the other artist, that one that does like Farfetch'd and the Magmar and all this are the same from Shinji Kanda, but I would wager that they are because they look so similar. Very cool. Very cool. Weirdier. Once during your turn, you may draw a card, and it doesn't have to be in the active spot. It's a fleet-footed / hearing ability that doesn't require you to be in the active. That's what you get for being a stage 1, I guess. Okay, so because those are all on basic Pokemon, those other ones that allow you to just draw a card, but they require you to be in the active, but they're basic. So if you get that Stantler up to Weirdier, you can be once during your turn, you may draw a card, and it doesn't specify that it's only one per Pokemon. So if you have 3 Weirdier in play, you can draw 3 cards per turn? That's an interesting engine. That's an engine, right? That's a draw engine. 3 cards per turn. If you get 4, I mean 4 would be a lot, because then you can't, like, you know, put other stuff on the bench. Man, Pokemon number 899. Look at that. We're right under 900, unless I'm sure we're at 900 now. If Weirdier is 899, we got to be over 900 now. That is so awesome that we have that many Pokemon. And the attack is if you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent, does 80 more damage. That's not that good, but I like this as an engine. That's could be like if you have 3 of these on the bench. Like people use Minchino, I want to say it is an engine. You discard a card, draw 2. So I know this is half of that, but you don't have to discard the card. So discarding the card can be good though, depending on what you're trying to do for your deck. But nevertheless, this does have me intrigued. I like it. And the beautiful artwork as well. I think I have this card. Yeah, I have this card in Japanese. Weirdier V. Okay. Once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from your bench to the active, you may move any amount of energy from your other Pokemon onto it? This attack does 40 damage for each, and that could be cool. Once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from your bench to the active spot, you may move any amount of energy, and this is 40 times. So let's see, to get this up to like some big boy numbers, you need like 8 energy. You need like 8 energy, yeah. That's a tall order, and then it's probably just gonna get knocked out after the fact, but interesting. I could see this having some potential. I could see that combining it with like some of the Galarian birds that allow you to accelerate the energy straight from your hand, straight from the get-go. Could be good, could be good. Okay. I see we're getting close to the end of the list here. I think this is near it. Yep, that's the end. Once during your turn, make the top 3 cards of your deck, and your okay, so this is just a reprint as well. But the beautiful artwork. Okay, and I know this has been a super long video already, but I am going to go through the trainer cards because this is the only thing left between me and actually opening up my 100+ pack, so I do have to get through all this stuff for my own sake. So yeah, onto the trainer cards. You can only use this card if you discard 2 metal energy cards from your hand. And we've seen earlier the Origin Jirachi V attack gets the energy from the discard pile back, which is pretty cool. Search your deck for up to 2 cards. Put them in your hand. Shuffle your deck. You don't have to reveal them. So it's basically an auto-chromatic heads if you discard the 2 metal energy. This could be pretty busted. I feel like this could be pretty busted. 2 cards, cross switchers, 2 cross switchers, maybe. I think I could like this. The only other way to search those 2 cards is from like a peony, and that requires you to discard your entire hand. This only requires you to discard 2 energy. Getting those 2 energy in your hand, I guess, will be the problem. You're going to need things like energy surge, just a lot of energy, honestly, in general, but energy surge and random draw cards to get them in play, but I could see this working out. Alistair is a reprint, B is a reprint, canceling Cologne. Until the end of your turn, your opponent's active Pokemon has no abilities. I'm trying to think the best way that we're gonna see people use this. I want to say you're gonna see it off of like until the end of your turn. Oh, Duraludon. That'd be a cool way if I'm playing Mew VMAX to get through Duraludon, just get one big hit on it. Like all you would really need is just the one. It's just not that what you call it, prevalent of a card. So I think that this is going to be, you know, people are always super smart and they find really cool ways, but I think this is gonna be one of those niche cards that like doesn't have it's not be like a staple in every deck. Choice Belt, gold Choice Belt, let's go! Choi, each player reveals their hand, draws 3 cards. I saw this earlier, I think it's kind of meh. I don't think it's gonna be that great. Yeah, I think the reveal hand cards are kind of always meh. Flip 2 coins, this card can be interesting. Flip 2 coins, put a number of cards up to the number of heads from your discard pile on the top of your deck in any order. Once again, my brain goes right to Mew VMAX. I'm sorry, not Mew, like my Mew VMAX deck. So Power Tablets, or Cross Switchers, or Fusion Strike Energy, or my aforementioned, you know, lost Mew VMAX, or this or that, or Oricorio, or whatever cards that you may need. So I kind of like that. I don't know if there's any way to reflip if you don't do that, because I think that all the ways that allow you to reflip are off of attacks, not supporter cards. But because I mean, if you played some flip 2 tails, that's like damn. That's a damn situation. Like you really want to get at least 1 heads. I mean, you really just want to get the one. Like if this was a guaranteed search your deck for any card and it's a supporter, I think that'd actually be pretty good, right? Like just a guaranteed search anything. Oh, it's from your discard pile. Okay. But even then, still, like, because that means that you can still keep using things. I mean, like we're gonna get right up to what you're gonna be wanting to using, like maybe a Dark Patch. Attach a basic Darkness energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So if you use the 4 of these that you're allotted, and then you start doing things like Celine, and you now have like 6 Dark Patch or 8 Dark Patch or what have you, and then start using things like what was it, Darkrai, that allows you to take the tool cards back or the item cards back out. So you could have up to 10 Dark Patches in a game. So Dark Patch would be pretty cool. Energy Lotto. This is a cool card because there's not a lot of ways to search energy right now aside from what we were saying before. Energy Search. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal an energy card you find there and put it into your hand. So that's awesome. We've had Great Ball, which is for Pokemon. You have what is it? Pokegear 3.0, which is for supporter cards, and now you have the Energy Lotto for energy cards, and they're all the same thing. Look at the top 7 cards, you may reveal X, put it in your hand. So I like that. Feather Ball, another potential Mew VMAX card. Search your deck for a Pokemon that has no retreat cost, reveal it, put it in your hand. The only 2 decks I play might have, you know, some use for that. I play Jolteon, and I play Mew VMAX. I'm gonna have to start playing something else pretty soon because unless those 2 stick with the meta. But Feather Ball is really cool, so I thought of my decks immediately when I saw that card. Jaw Bog, whenever either player puts a basic Pokemon from their hand onto their bench, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon, like on that Heatran V, maybe? Ooh. So you put this down on your bench, then you bump it with the old cemetery, put that 3 off, so you have 2 different stadium combos that you could be getting all those damage counters on. You can play each of those in your Heatran V deck, which would be like a fire kind of deck, obviously. So very cool. Gardenias Vigor. This will be one of the big ones. This could potentially be one of the most important trainer cards in this set. Draw 2 cards. If you drew any cards in this way, attach up to 2, which is going to be always. Like, how could you not draw, like, I mean, you wouldn't play this if you didn't have any cards left in your deck, but anyway, draw 2 cards. If you drew any in this way, attach up to 2 grass energy from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon, which you can use the Energy Lotto to try and find some energy or this or that. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot more grass or colorless or dragon, because a lot of dragon type use 2 colorless, and this doesn't have to be. Notice it says up to 2 grass energy cards from your hand to one of your benched Pokemon. So often in this instance it would give you like a little grass benched Pokemon symbol here, but it's any bench Pokemon. not bench Pokemon V, not bench basic Pokemon, not evolution, not that any bench Pokemon. So open your brain and try to see what this will work with, because I think that people are going to find some really, really cool combos with this card and some of the other energy accelerating cards we have. Me personally, I really do like the concept of the dragon cards. I like, you know, the no weakness, the no resistance. I think I mentioned that already in this video. So if I can get this to somehow work with some dragon cards, maybe a little Arceus Dragon, Gardenia Vigor build, and you got a couple more cards coming up, they're going to help out with that too. So I'm very excited for these cards. Grant, this is a super interesting card. So during this turn, your fighting Pokemon attack do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Cool. That's not really the interesting part. The interesting part is during your turn, if this Grant is in your discard pile, you may discard 2 cards, except any Grant, from your hand, and if you do, you put this in your hand. It's like an infinite loop card. You can always get this card, and sometimes you want to be discarding cards. Where does my brain go? Mew VMAX. And there's so many times where my hand's clogged up, where if I had this in my discard, maybe I just couldn't play a supporter anyway because I wasn't going to get anything. If I just play this from my discard, and then if I get it from my discard, so I discard 2 cards, and then play this card, that would be the 2 cards gone. And say I wasn't going to get the chance to play the supporter card anyway. Once again, it doesn't matter if I get the benefit of the do 30 more damage, even if I don't play, you know, I don't play any fighting Pokemon in Mew VMAX because there are no Fusion Strike fighting Pokemon. So it could be a way to just like declog your hand. Just a one-off of these, you know, because once it's in the discard, it's there, it's in play, so to speak. So that's a very, very cool card. I think that there's been other cards like this in the history of the TCG, but I haven't gotten to see them yet. So love it. Love the indoor rock climbing element of this. I gotta show this to my cousin. We go indoor rock climbing sometimes. I think she'd really like this. Gutsy Pickaxe. Reveal the top card of your deck if that is a fighting energy card. Attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. If it's not a fighting energy card, put it into your hand. So this, in combination with Gardenias Vigor, could be a really cool way to power up some dragon type Pokemon, because some dragon type Pokemon have really weird attacks and this and that. So I'm hoping that I can find some ways to get some dragons in play. Hisuian Heavy Ball. Look at your face down prize cards. You may reveal a basic Pokemon you find there. Put it into your hand. Put the Hisuian Heavy Ball face down as a prize card, and then you shuffle your prize cards after that. This is an interesting card, which I will almost certainly throw into Mew VMAX, because a lot of the time I need a Meloetta, I need one of my Genesect, I need something, and it's in the prize cards. Or a Choreo, and it's in the prize cards. Or say I was going to try and play like a Pumpkaboo, like a one-off tech, and it's in the prize cards. Anytime I play a one-off, like anytime you have the Shady Dealing, oh, I guess you can't do this for evolution Pokemon, but still, there's a lot of times where I would really enjoy this card, so I think this would be a very nice card that you're going to see in a lot of decks, honestly. Irida, search your deck for a water Pokemon and an item card. Reveal them, put them in your hand, shuffle your deck. That could be pretty cool. Water Pokemon and an item card, like, oh, I don't know, maybe a Galarian Mr. Rhyme and an item card, like a power tablet. Love it. Love it. I'm still so stoked that we got the Galarian Mr. Rhyme Fusion Strike card. Search your deck for a, oh, okay, yep, same thing. Jubilee Village, once during each player's turn, once during each player's turn, that player may shuffle their hand into the deck and draw 5 cards. If they do, their turn ends. Meh. Could be cool for like the literal very first turn of the game, and that's about it. Or if you're like super stuck and like that's all you could really do anyway. Look at this card, folks. Is this not one of the most beautiful cards you've ever seen? To me, this is just like, it's just absolutely stunning. I can't believe how gorgeous they made the colors, the vibrancy, everything on this card, just so gorgeous. Kamado. Choose a card in your hand and discard the other card. If you do, draw 4 cards. If you have no other cards in your hand, you can't use this card. So this is a pretty interesting card. I want to say, actually, now that I think about it, I could draw 4. Yeah, it's kind of like a worse version of a lot of other cards I've seen. Okay, I take it back. This isn't that good. This isn't that good. Unless someone proves me wrong. Prove me wrong. Maybe it is a very good card. I don't know. Oh, Full Art Melanie. Full Art Milo. Oh, Path to the Peak. Path to the Peak. I know someone's going to throw the gold Path to the Peak right in my Mew VMAX face. I can already see it, and I ain't even be mad. It's such a beautiful card. My god. Beautiful. Pierce. Yep. Roxanne. Okay. This is going to be disruptive. This will be a disruptor. You can only use this card if your opponent has 3 or fewer prize cards remaining. Each player shuffles their hand into the deck, then you draw 6 cards. Your opponent draws 2 cards. If you do this to me with my Mew VMAX and then throw up that Path to the Peak, I'm going to be hurting. I'm going to be hurting. That's all I can say. Whew. This is going to be a crazy card. I can see this card fitting in a lot of decks. Just a one-off of this, maybe 2. But even then, like, this is going to be a pretty crazy, or maybe just a one-off in any deck with a Pal Pad. And because I can't see you needing to play more than 2 of these in a game, it's going to be pretty good. This is going to be pretty good, I want to say. I pulled this in Japanese. I was very stoked when I did. It's glad to see what it finally does. Spicy Season Curry. Your active Pokemon is now burned. Heal 40 damage from it. I'm sure there's some way that this power boosts you. Take advantage of it. Super effective glasses. When applying weakness to damage from the attacks of your Pokemon this card is attached to, done to your opponent's active Pokemon, apply it as 3x. So we're doing 3x damage instead of 2x for the weakness, which is just crazy. I think this can make some single prize cards potentially viable. I think it'll be very specific and very niche once again, but if you can make it work, I think this could be a very powerful card on the right Pokemon. Sweet Honey, choose one of your Pokemon and flip a coin until you get tails. Heal 40 damage from that Pokemon. Pretty cool. Infinite healing potential. Switch cart, switch your active basic Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, heal 30 damage from the Pokemon you move to the bench. So that could be pretty cool. That could be cool. I can see that being viable for a lot of decks. I mean, say I'm playing my Mew VMAX, the only time when I'm switching and it's not a bench Pokemon, specifically when it is a Mew VMAX, and you can always retreat out of that and just switch something else. So I think switch, let's see, your active basic, yes, but you would never need to switch the Mew VMAX. You could always just retreat out of it and switch into it. So yeah, I like this. I think switch card could be very playable. Temple of Sinnoh, all special energy attached to Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's, provide colorless energy and have no other effect. Aside from Path to the Peak, this is going to be the card that I'm looking to bump the quickest. You know, I'm going to need to get this out of there. Basically, like, this is going to mess up my Mew VMAX more than anything, so let's get this card bumped. At least we can still draw. You know, Path to the Peak shuts off everything, but this we can still potentially draw to bump it out. So this will not be quite as impressive, but it still looks very powerful. Beautiful, beautiful card. Love the Honchkrow as well. Trekking Shoes. Look at the top card of your deck. You may put that card in your hand. If you don't, discard that card and draw a card. So I just love, like, this card, the Gutsy Pickaxe. Just, we finally have some item cards which allow you to kind of churn through your deck a little bit, where before we didn't really have that. We had, like, Switching Cups, which allowed you to switch a card with your hand to the top of your deck, so you're still going to pick that card up again next turn, whereas this genuinely helps you cycle through your deck, where before this, I feel like all we had were supporter cards to help you, you know, cycle through your deck for trainer cards. Gold Trekking Shoes, very nice. Unidentified Fossil. Can someone answer me this question? I'm gonna guess yes, because it says play it as if it were a 60 HP basic colors Pokemon, but if you knock this out, your opponent gets a prize card for this? This counts as a prize card knocking out Pokemon? I gotta figure out why we would want that ever. I'm sure, I know it's to evolve into something else, but that seems pretty tough. So this could be cool. I like this card. Wait and See Turbo. You can use this card only if you go second, only during your first turn. We've seen that a few times already. Search your deck for a basic energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. Your turn ends. I think this could be cool if, say, you're having trouble getting set up. I kind of forgot that your turn ends after this. I'm sorry, I forgot. I think that makes this card not very good then. The fact that you can, because of the stipulation, you can only use it on your going second during your first turn. I forgot there was going to be another ridiculous stipulation of your turn ends. So maybe I don't like it as much, because I think the best part about going second is the fact that you get to attack first. So omitting that just to attach an energy, I take it back. This is not going to be that good of a card. I was hoping it would be. Zisu, I think this is the last one. Draw cards until you have more cards in your hand than your opponent. So it's like Copycat +1. Basically, it's like, screw you, Copycat, right? Unless you shuffle your hand with Copycat, something like that. Okay, maybe. Full Art Zisu and Rainbow. And that is it, folks. So really, thank you all so much for watching. I know this is a super long video. This is probably over an hour if I had to guess. So if you stuck with me for this long, y'all are the greatest. You truly, truly are. I mean, I love everyone who watches my stuff, but if you're here right now, believe me, I truly do appreciate and love you. So thank you all so much for watching. Not going to keep you any longer. You've all seen my shoutouts, but just a quick little rundown. KittenCatAubrey, KittenCatAubreySales, Pokemon Father and Son, Ozzy at Corp, AJ Cards, Epic Eric, and Aria and the whole family at AriaQuinnPlays. Please go check everyone out. Support them. Free card giveaway 1718 Discord. Go join the giveaways. Join the Discord. We have an amazing chat going right now. Some really awesome people in there. And yeah, thank you all so much for being here. The next time you watch one of these videos, I will be opening up 100+ Astral Radiance packs, and I am really excited for that, because then I can start putting these cards in my deck, I can start building some decks, and I can start playing with them. So thank you all so much, and we will see you next time.